I'd like to show how to tie this 12-part 7-bight by 8-part 4-bight 1-pass T-knot that ties into a T. And as you can see, I did this drawing back in 1999, so that's been 23 years ago, and I probably haven't tied that knot since then. But I made this mandrel, and I should have thought, you can see in the drawing that this part is bigger than this part. This is a 1-inch dowel, and I probably should have had this a 3/4 inch dowel, but it'll work. And the string I'm using is 550 paracord, and I've got 12 feet of cord, but I think you could tie it on this with 10 feet. But we'll start, and I've got the run list underneath the drawings, and it says free run, which would be that, and then over one, which would be that. Then it's an under one, which would be right there. And with 12 feet, I've got a lot of pulling to do, but it'll take up quick. And then an under one, so it's under right there. That finishes the first illustration. And my string comes down here across the bottom of the T. On the second drawing, which would be half cycle 5, it does an under 2 and an over 1. So we come around the mandrel, under, and under up here, and then our over. Okay, that finishes our step 5. Now we're going to go over 2, under 2. And it's one there and one down here. So it's over 2, under 2. One right here, and one right there. Now we're on step 7, and it's over, under, 2. So it's over, under, and this, after it goes over and under this one, it wraps around the base of the bottom of the T, this part of the mandrel, and here's our over right there. Is right here and under this pair. See how these two are going over everything? We're going to go under, so it is kind of laying tracks. Okay, that finished 7. For 8, it's under 2, over 3. So it's under these two right here, and then it's over 3. So we'll get this and see how it leaves a bight right there, and then over 3. And we want to stay within, we got to stay between these two, so it's coming clear on around and over right there. So that makes our over 3. It's an over there and over 2 there. That finishes 8. Now we're on 9, and it is over 2, under 3. So our over 2 is right here on top, and then our under 3 would be those two and that one. So it's over 2 right here, and under, I'm going to turn loose of this, under 2, 1, 2, and this makes 3. Now in the drawing, you can see the over 2 is right there, and the under 2 is there, and the under to make 3 is down here, and that's what we did there. But it's just under those 3. And we come up on this side. Now 10 is under 3, over 3. So you can see our under 3 is right there, and our over 3 is right out of the knot. So we'll get our under 3. Don't want to lose these. And over 3, which keeps us up here on top. There's our over 3. Now on 11, we come on around the mandrel, and then we're going right along the right-hand side of our standing part. So we're going to go right up through there. So we come around the mandrel and do over 3, 1, 2, 3, and under 3 right there. See our 3? Okay, there's our over 3, under 3. Now on 12, we got an over 1, under 3. So it's over 1 there and under 3. So it's under right up there and 2 down here. So here is our over 1, under 3, and see how it's these two that are underneath right there. See these? That is what's in the drawing right there. So that makes our under 3. I'll pull that up. Make sure we don't have a twist. Maybe. Now this, in the drawing, would have been clear up here. So that had been our over, under, and under 2. And now we got over 1, under 1, right there, and right there, and then out over those 2. Okay. And that finishes our first page. And we're out over 2 right there. Now, to do the next move, on the first page everything was pointing down. Now we're going to flip this up so we can see our move right there. And it is an under here, over 3. So under and over 3. And then under, over, under. So there's our over 3. There's our under. over, under, which in the drawing it would look like this. So there's our under, over, and here's our under up here. And I run my needle through my loop. There we go. Get my arm out of the way. Okay, so it was under, over 3, under, over, under. And we're finished right here. So now we go to 14, and we're coming down this way with an under, over 2, under, over 2, and then an under right there. And it goes clear on around, and we're staying between these two, and here's our path right through here. Get my string above here. Okay, so we did our under. Now we do an over 2, these two, under 2, so it's these two that are under here, over 1, under 1. See how we're just splitting tracks? And over 1. So over, under, over. Okay, now we flip this back over to be on our drawing, and here's our path right here. See our tracks? That's our path. And it's an under 2. So we're going to come under these two, right there. And over, under. See, there's our over, there's our under. Now we got to go over 2, and it's these two right here. See those two there and there? It's these two. And then under, over. No. It's over, then it's under, and then it's under this one. Let me do it so it's staying with the drawing. Here's our over 2, and there's our under right there. That's right here in the drawing. And it's coming on around and doing our over 2 and then under, over. So there's our over 2 and our under. Then it's over these two because we're staying between these two strings. So there's our over 2, here's our under, over, out of the knot. That finishes 15. Now we go to 16, and it is just under, over, all the way up through. So right here, I'm going to just come under, and it's going to flip around, and see these tracks? We're going to go right up through there, but I'm going to turn this so we can see. There's our under. There's our over, under. There's an over. Now we're back. Okay, now you can see that we're right here, and we're going over, under, over, under, now right here, there's our over, there's our under, there's our over. Now we're going under that standing part right there. See it? And then out of the knot with an over. Okay, that finished 16. Now we're going to 17, and it's just under, over, under, and then over 2. So it's, and this is our path right there and right here. So in the drawing, we're catching this under, over, under, and see how we're going over the 2, which is our tracks, going the other way. Then it's just under, over all the way. And in the drawing, it's got that underline because after you do the over 2, this under, over is in the back, and then you catch this under, over, under right here. So there's that, and now we're over, under, over, out of the knot, under. Now, this is our last pass, and it's just over 1, under 1, all the way down through, splitting these tracks. So we come over, pick that up, and go under. Getting out of frame. Over, under. Now see our tracks? I rolled that so we can look at them. This is going across here. Over, under. Over, under. Trying to keep it from twisting my string so much. Over, under, splitting tracks. Over. Now see that bite is slipped a little, so I pull it out. There's our over, under, out, over, and that brings us back to our standing end, and that finishes our knot. So we just go in alongside of the standing end. And we straighten our knot a little bit so all of the little holes are a box, and that's straight right up through there. And we can straighten this out a little where we just formed it. This was our last pass that we didn't pull tight there. Okay, that is our T-knot that has 12 parts, 7 bites on the top, and 8 parts and 4 bites on the T. So this would fit better if this was probably 3/4, and this fits that 1 inch pretty good. I hope that will help anybody that's wanting to tie this T-knot to understand the drawing a little better. Thank you for watching.